everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather, and believe it or not, but Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2023. So what I have is a really simple thing. I wanted to make it last night for New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve. I just ran out of time, so I'm making it tonight. Doesn't really matter, my kids still like another week off school anyways. So I've got these Oreo type cookies. For Christmas, these were the Walmart brands. I've got 3 different flavors here. I'm just looking at them so I can know which ones are which. I have candy cane, the salted caramel, and the mocha. Also, I have the chocolate bars and sprinkles. So we're going to be melting chocolate, dipping the Oreo cookies in the chocolate, and then coating them with sprinkles. So now I have a whole bunch of chocolate bars here. I always have these in my pantry. You know, I got $1 a bar. Just grabbing a couple every time I go to Walmart, which is not very often lately, but I've got these ones. So I've got the hazelnut milk chocolate, a mint milk chocolate, a caramel toffee milk chocolate, the almond milk chocolate, Rice Krispie milk chocolate, almond and raisin milk chocolate, and an orange milk chocolate. The orange was a new one that I found. So I grabbed 2 bars. I haven't done anything with these yet. I'm not going to use these ones I don't think the orange will taste good with these particular flavors, but I have another idea for the orange, so I'm going to set the orange ones aside. Same with, I do have white chocolate, which I didn't grab. It must still be in my pantry. And the dark chocolate, which I know is also still in my pantry. They were just on a different shelf. But I'm going to save these orange ones for another, oh, hi baby kitty, for another recipe that I'm going to be working on. Kind of hurts when they just walk behind you, headbutt you, and your knee goes into the counter. Okay, so what I've decided is I'm just going to set these other ones here aside. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to dip, but I would like to, with these 3, see how many I can dip for 1 chocolate bar. So the mint, I'm going to dip the peppermint ones in. The caramel toffee, I'm going to do some of the mocha and some of the salted caramel. And the milk chocolate one, I'm just going to dip a bit of everything. So these are the 3 that I'm going to melt. I'm going to start with the mint and the candy cane. So I'm just waiting for my water to boil. It's almost boiled. Again, my little sprinkles. So I've got a couple of these little packs here. These ones are the Twinkle Baker Decor. These ones are from Dollar Tree, about $1.25 a bag. And these ones, it's hard to see, but it's black and gold and silver. I'll use some of those. I have these little stars, but I think these stars are too big for the size of the cookies. But I wasn't sure, I just brought a whole bunch of stuffed out. I have this one. Like these ones here are also from the Dollar Tree. These are also the Twinkle Baker Decor. This one is the Santa Claus mix. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it, although I do like the little gold bead one. So I might use that, and it's got the little white sugar ones. And then I have the Let It Shine. So it's got the smaller stars, and then it's got the gold and silver little sugar candies. It's got little snowmen, but I think again they're too big for this. And it's got this other one of the stars, the balls, and the little thing. So it's similar to these ones, but I think those might be too big for the cookies. So I think I'm just going to stick with some sugar ones. Maybe a couple of the stars. Once I open it, I'll see how thick the stars are. So, and I've got my chocolate dipping spoons. So now I'm just going to turn my camera around because I think the water has boiled. Alright, so I've got my little makeshift double boiler here. So I've got my pot here with the boiling water, and I've got the bowl just sitting down inside. The bowl is not touching the water, and I've got a little whisk just to help me mix it. So first I'm going to start with the mint chocolate. It shouldn't take too long to start to do this. I'm just going to turn this back on because I had to go do do something and get my puppy back in the house, and so the water is no longer boiling. It'll just take a second to get it back up there. So I'm just going to take these and just break them up and just start to get these melted. So I'm just, like I said, I'm starting with the mint chocolate bar. I'm not sure how many cookies I will get dipped in each one of these. But there we go. It doesn't take long to melt this chocolate. It's going pretty fast. And then I've got my my pans ready. So I've got my cookie sheet and I've got it lined with this reusable baker's rack sheets. It'll be similar to like wax paper, parchment paper would also work. Anything that you can lay down, that you can put the chocolate on, that it's going to be able to come off of easily. You know, I have 2 of these mint chocolate bars. I think I'm going to open the second one just so I get a lot of chocolate going here. And I think for this other one, I'm going to use the milk chocolate and the caramel toffee mixed together because I'm looking at the amount of chocolate I'm getting for 1 chocolate bar. I want to dip quite a few of these treats for my kids, so just want to, I think this will be fun. I also find if you do actually break the pieces up into their smaller pieces, they will melt faster. You can even cut these pieces more like in half, a little bit smaller than they are, and they'll melt even faster. But I think this is just good enough. Don't need to do a lot of work when making things. I like to keep things pretty simple. I always find it hard to cut the chocolate bars. I know it's supposed to be pretty easy, but I usually find that I usually end up cutting myself when I go to chop up some of the chocolate bars, depending on the thickness. Turn this up just a little bit higher and get this chocolate melted faster. And then I decided I'm just going to use the gold and white, or gold and silver, whatever you want to call that, sugar sprinkles. This pack is open, the other one is not opened. The stars are an okay size, little baby stars, they're an okay size, so I think I might just put 1 or 2 on top of each cookie. In my hand, covered in chocolate now. But all these other ones, the pieces on here are just too big. I mean, if you look at the size of the cookie, and you look at the size of like these little snowmen, or the little Santa Claus, or some of the other little stars and balls, they're just, I think, just a little too big for what I would be sprinkling. Chocolate is really starting to melt now. See, it doesn't take long. And you can melt these in the microwave. I prefer the double boiler method over microwaving. I've had experience with the microwave where if your bowl has like a drop of water, it wrecks the chocolate from being melted properly. It can burn. And you put it in for 30 seconds, it's not melted. You put it in for another 15 seconds and you get this hard burnt mess. It's happened to me more than once. So I will stick to this. Now I do have some of those bigger, like the baker's chocolate, or some of like the those Swiss Alp chocolate bars, whatever they are, those big triangle ones. I do find if you put them in the microwave just for that 10-15 seconds to soften them and then put them in here, it does help them melt down a little faster and a little smoother. But otherwise, I find just the double boiler works the best for me. But you know, if you want to, you can melt them in the microwave. So my worst experience was a few years ago, and it was the expense of melting wafers in the microwave. They burnt into this hard black ball. And I thought I was gonna lose one of my good glass bowls. And now it's all nicely melted. Set that whisk aside, and then I'm just gonna grab one of these cookies and then just dip it in and flip it over and flip it over and then bring it up. Very easy to do. It's almost like when I made those little bite, the red velvet cheesecake bites. Can't even think of what I made just like a week ago. Or is that 2 weeks ago? No, it must have been about a week ago. There. These are going to be so good, and I am dripping chocolate all over my counter. That's okay. Easy to clean up. I'm just going to move these chocolate bars out of the way, and I'm just going to move my tray a little bit closer so I'm not reaching so far. I'm just kind of shaking off some of the excess chocolate. So far I'm at 6 cookies. So we'll see how many cookies I can get from 2 chocolate bars. And each one of these is about 100 grams, I believe. Some of these ones, I know these ones here are 100. There was a couple other ones I had that I was making before, and they were 90 or 85 grams. Okay, so I've got 6 here. So I'm just going to move the microphone out of the way, and I'm just going to shake some of these little sprinkles on it. I find it easier to put a little in my hand and then just pinch them on like that. And I'm just going to take some of these little stars. I think I'm just going to put a couple little stars on each one. Which I know these stars aren't as big as I thought they would be. It's hard to tell how big they would be. But now that I've actually got the cookies, you know, sitting here and I can actually get the size, I think 3 or 4 on each one would be good. So I just need a couple more. Now I'm just going to keep doing this with all the cookies until I've got all these chocolate bars used up, and I got all these cookies done. So we'll see how many cookies I can get. So I just want to use these ones all with the peppermint. So this was how many I had peppermint. I guess I only had 10 peppermint left. I just kind of, these were cookies that were left on the tray from our Christmas dinner. So whatever was left on the tray is what I was able to grab. I guess my kids must have really liked the peppermint, or the candy cane, or it was just my son doesn't like the coffee flavored stuff. And I like the coffee flavored ones, and I had 2 boxes of the coffee ones and 2 boxes of the salted caramel, and I only had 1 box of the candy cane ones. I don't know, I thought I had bought 2 boxes of each, so I probably have another full box of the candy cane Oreo cookies in my pantry somewhere. I'm trying to hurry, and now I can't get this to come out. There. let's see, this next one. Oh, these are the, okay. These are the salted caramel. So now I'm just going to move this tray over and this tray forward because my son will not want to eat any of the coffee flavored ones. So if I have the coffee ones all on one platter and I know which ones they are, then my son will know which ones not to eat. Although he might try them because I think he did one time just to try them. Especially if they are coated in chocolate and sprinkles. So there we go. So I will now get the next chocolate bars in here melting, and I'm just going to finish doing the same with the rest of these, and I will be back when I've got them all done. So I've got them all done. I decided to just to put the little stars on the ones that were the candy cane cookies. That way my son, who doesn't like the coffee, won't get them mixed up. And with my husband, he doesn't like the coffee flavored ones. So I figured this way, then these, I got 3, 6, 9, 10 of the candy cane. And then the other two, I don't know which is which. I was trying to separate them, and then near the end, I just got mixed up. So the last so many, I think I got 38 in total. So 28 are the salted caramel and the mocha. So there we go. Out of 4 chocolate bars, I was able to coat 38 cookies. Now my last couple look a little funny. Got one over there that there's nothing going around the edge of it. I was able to just scrape it down the side of the bowl, flip it over and scrape it down the other side of the bowl. And so it's got chocolate on the front and back of the cookie, but nothing going around the middle. But I was able to, you know, get as many covered as I could. Okay, so again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's enjoyed watching my film, watching my channel. Sorry, my camera is falling down. It's on the stand and the stand wants to fall. Okay, so again, just thank you so much everybody who's watching my videos and subscribing to my channels. And again, Happy New Year, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.